very good morning, viewers. You're watching a NewsX and I'm Kriti Mehta. We start now with the latest breakings coming in from the Iran war. Now, US President Donald Trump has suspended all planned bombing and attacks on Iran for the next 2 weeks, describing the move as a double-sided ceasefire. Trump said the decision follows direct requests from Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Field Marshal Asim Munir. He added that the pause is conditional on Iran agreeing to the complete, immediate and safe opening of the Strait of Hormuz. The president stated that US military objectives have already been met and that Washington has received a 10-point proposal from Iran, which he called a workable basis for long-term peace negotiations in the Middle East. Trump described the 2-week window as a time needed to finalize and consummate a definitive agreement between the United States and the Islamic Republic of Iran. Let's open this up for discussion with our guests who are joining me. Retired Commodore D.S. Sodhi, our defense expert, and our foreign affairs expert, Mr. Karori Singh. Very good morning to you both, gentlemen, and thanks very much for joining us. Commodore, I want to start with you. It was just yesterday when Trump had issued an ultimatum and said that the entire civilization will be wiped out in a night, and then this change in stance, complete 360-degree turn, a U-turn in fact. What do you make of it?
Very good morning to you, Kriti, to the viewers as well as to Mr. Singh. So with regard to the U-turn taken by American President Mr. Trump, we all have got used to it. We all know that how the statements keep changing by Trump, from on day-to-day basis. Yesterday, yes, there was a panic all around with the statement given by Mr. Trump that he is going to totally destroy the complete civilization of Iran.
Yeah.
Well, this statement was a real absurd statement, and I think nobody would have appreciated this statement of Mr. Trump, even the people in US, because this was a very, I'll call it stupid statement which came from such a person with so much of power. With regard to now the change of stance, well, we all know the backdoor channel talks were on between US as well as Iran. Pakistan has been playing a role in this too, which as a mediator, we all know that. Now, the decision taken by Mr. Trump, I think we should welcome this decision of ceasefire for 2 weeks between US and Iran. And Pakistan in this statement has said that this ceasefire is between US, Iran and the allies. So we hope that even Israel is also into this. It should not happen that Iran and US keep talking about the ceasefire and Israel continues to, attacking Iran.
Yeah.
So hopefully this will be a trilateral sort of a ceasefire, and this ceasefire needs to be welcome. With regard to the statements again coming from the US that the 10-point agenda which has been given by Iran to US, the statement is that there is a possibility of agreeing to most of these terms. So that also again is a very welcome statement and a very welcome step one can say about that. So as of now, what all I have to say is that yes, this was just a posturing which was being done by Mr. Trump yesterday to put pressure on Iran. But looking at the determination of the people of Iran, where they came out and formed a human chain, Mr. Trump had to change his mind, and rightly so.
Yes. Mr. Karori Singh, I want to get in a take from you as well. Firstly, Pakistan had also come out and said that US and Iran are willing to make negotiations, but it's Israel that's stopping all efforts of arriving at a ceasefire. Where do you see Israel's role here and also Pakistan's attempt as a mediator?
You see, Kriti, I will call the developments taking place as wonderful developments on 2 accounts. First is these developments are making the powerful as powerless. It has made the realization to the power that how powerlessness is there in the power itself. The second thing is I appreciate the global community and the American people who stood against the saber-rattling diplomacy of US and Israel administration, not the Israel as a nation or US as a nation, but the administration had a particular type of attitude. Now the how things will take place. You see, the problem is practically, if we analyze the Trump's tweet, he has already accepted most of the demands put forward by Iran, the 10 points. Of course, it's the maximalist. On the American side, last month there were 15-point proposal and the 45 days ceasefire, and now it's a 10-day, 15 days ceasefire. But how things will move forward, that is the question. How it is, the question is Iran is agreed right from the beginning to enter in the diplomatic and negotiating process. What happened in the June last year? The negotiations were going well, and the Israel strike and US followed. Similarly, this time as well, the negotiations were going well in Geneva, and it was expected that the draft will be prepared and it will be finally signed by US and Iran. So Israel did not want that the US and Iran should sign an agreement, because Israel wanted US to get involved in militarily and take kinetic action against Iran. And here Israel succeeded to some extent. If we see the behavior of the United States and Israel, it's a kind of felon behavior as a civilized nation, whereas Iran's all the actions were retaliatory. You see, when a bank was attacked in Iran, Iran gave the warning to the Middle Eastern countries that Iran will strike the US businesses in the Middle East. Similarly, when the Tehran University of Science and Technology was struck and a few people were killed, Iran categorically told that we are giving 12 at the next day to apologize, but US did not apologize for that, and then the Iran announced that we will strike the American university campuses in the West Asian countries. Yeah. So throughout the war and even earlier, the Iran's behavior was not the felon behavior, a civilized kind of behavior. But US and Israel have particular interest, and because of these interests, they wanted to decimate Iran due to various reasons, not only on oil. Oil is, of course, important right from the beginning in Iran, how the democratically elected government was brought down in 1953 because of the oil only. Yeah. And thereafter, Shah Pahlavi regime was installed. And later on, Iran was under pressure, sanctioned for last more than 4 decades. So Iran's economy was practically ruined during the sanctions. And now US agreed to lift the sanction in the Trump's regime. Yes. US started to come on the table. But now the two questions remain. One is whether the Iran and US and Israel will sit on the table, they will talk across the table, or it will be through the third party. Okay. Because no negotiation, no agreement take place through the third party. Ultimately, they shall have to sit on the table. And at this point of time, I don't think Israel is involved in any way. Israel will maybe they continue to strike the Iran and Iranian interests. So how to bring Israel into the agreement. And the broader agreement is what's happening in Lebanon. You see, the more than 1.2 billion
people. You completely requested to hold on as we take some more breaking. So now, US President Trump has also shared a statement